Today I want to talk about why success and results seem hard to get. It's because essentially life is a game of hard to get. You know what it is to play hard to get. Girls often play hard to get with guys. You got to think this is an old-fashioned sort of thing. It's a romantic adventure. And you're going to have to get better at playing hard to get what you want. Stick around. I can tell you that what you want wants you back. It's that simple. A lot of us don't know what we want. That's part of the problem. And if you would spend time with yourself in some quiescence and solitude, you would know what you wanted. But the trick is to not want what you want. There's a famous musical called Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, or Seven Brothers for Seven Brides. I can't think of the name. And the whole premise of it is that these seven brothers decide to abduct the girls they want to marry. Basically, they were going to bypass the romantic game of chasing, alluring, and attracting what they wanted. I guess they felt they had to bypass the wonderful game of romance. And we often forget that life is not a self-serve buffet where you can just go and grab it off the shelf. It seems like every time you swipe to grab something, it disappears. And technology has made the illusion of choice that much harder. We go on these dating apps and we see all these faces and all these possibilities on Tinder and plenty of fish in the sea. And we think that these things are choices. But everything that you want in life is alive. Everything in the universe is alive, even an inanimate object. And you have to win the heart of your bride. And to win the heart of your bride would mean that you do not need to get married. You exude independence, and the more you exude independence, the more desirable you become. So it's a game, it's a paradox. The game of hard to get is a paradox. And the more you try to get it, the more it disappears. If you reach out and help yourself, it disappears. And this is maddening to people. They don't want to play the game of allure. So, in the game of hard to get, I'm going to look it up. Let's see. It involves initial interest followed by calculated aloofness, being selective rather than completely unavailable. Playing hard to get is to test commitment, to build anticipation, or to show you aren't easily won over. Encouraging investment in the relationship. Pretending to be less interested or accessible than you are, to build intrigue and to make someone or something more attracted to you. That's what I just looked up online. So it's a game of pretense. You want, but you don't need. You would like to have, but you can live without. To me, it is a complete and total display of flirtatious, naive openness. The 7 brothers wanted to bypass this beautiful dance. Let's just rape let's rape life. Let's put it that way. I'm going to put it in those words. We're just going to rape life. We're going to take life by the balls. We're going to go get what we want. And that's how we're going to succeed. We're going to grab it. And when you take life by the balls or take matter into your own hands and you yank, it yanks back. When you pounce, it vanishes. And then you can resort to despair, being hopeless and begging. And then when you beg, you get more poor. When you plead, you get more despairing. See, this is the great game of the paradox. To want without wanting. I think this is what the Buddha was talking about, to not want anymore. I think, but there's in English in any way, we would say the difference between a desire of the heart and a craving, you see. When you crave, you demand. When you crave, you trick yourself into believing you can't live without it. When you crave, you come at it from a sense of something's missing in my life. I'm lacking. I'm desperate. And I'm on my knees begging. So I'm going to cajole and manipulate and bypass the romantic, flirtatious way that success wants to sneak up on you. It's lusting so badly that you charge into the room of the bride and snatch her up. And then say, I'm so sorry. And then try to win her heart. You can't win the heart of success by charging in and forcing open a door. This is what is meant by hard to get. And if you are playing the part of the slut, you'll take whatever comes your way. You'll be pushed around by everybody because you think that you're not selective. You see, playing hard to get is selective. It's being open, but knowing what's rightfully yours and letting it come to you. It is not self-serve buffet, grab it off of the shelf kind of a thing. It is a sit-down sort of romantic mind your manners, and you will be served exactly what you desire. When you mind your manners, when you display a sense of, I'm not desperate, and I can live without this, and I'm happy and peaceful without losing my shit because it's not here. It is a display of virtue before it is a display of result or success. It's minding your manners and understanding you do deserve it, but you're not entitled to it. That you're worthy of it, but don't have to grab it. People who grab and hoard and compete and self-promote are self-sabotaging because they can't find any kind of fulfillment in life without the very thing they desire. They get hopeless because their YouTube channel doesn't grow. They get despairing because their bank account drains. They can't seem to pin down the bride. If you pin down the bride, she's going to run away. The first chance she gets, she's going to run away. If she senses that you're going to dominate or try to control or try to make her love you, Go read that book by Elizabeth Gilbert. It's called Big Magic, something about overcoming fear. She says, you have to sense what loves you back. You have to sense the door that's open for you, that life is inviting you to this banquet. And that, yes, it's yours. As Jesus said, it's my Father's great pleasure to give you the keys to the kingdom of heaven or whatever. Yes, if you want to put it in this language, God wants what you want. But first, God wants you to be on your best behavior. This is you. You want to display to yourself restraint, discipline, control, manners. Nobody likes a thief. Nobody likes someone who thinks they are competing with other people. And you're not even competing with yourself. This is a complete surrender of anything that looks like aggression. It's a complete surrender of anything that looks like despair, begging, pleading, getting on your knees with your hands up into the sky. Oh, please. Nobody likes a beggar. Not even the very thing you want. If you want a new house, it will not allow you to beg for it. If you want a new job, begging for it keeps it away. Stealing it keeps it away too, like trying to make it happen. Or thinking that you're a piece of shit and you don't deserve anything. That's also the same thing. It's prioritizing the inner love and the inner peace and the inner satiation. And out of that a desire will arise, but it'll be frothy, creamy, and just dessert. Playing hard to get is the name of the game here. Not settling for, or stealing, or jumping the gun, or kidnapping, or abducting. The first chance it gets, whatever you go to swipe, will wiggle away from you. That's because everything is infused with life. And it comes with it a mutuality, an understanding that the inner realm must be pure of heart, must be open, must be willing to be served rather than keeping up appearances. That's like saying, I'm going to go out there and get myself a Grammy. No. A Grammy winner is nominated. You have no control over that. A Nobel Peace Prize winner is nominated. A New York Times bestseller author is promoted by other people. And then when success quietly comes, when the bridegroom comes to you, you quietly embrace him and say, thank you. Thank you that I didn't need to be desperate to fulfill my mission. I just needed to be at peace. I needed to show myself I can do without it. You can do without the money. You can do without the stuff. You can do without the recognition. Virtue before success. Inward before outward. It's that simple. And the game of hard to get is reversing that order, thinking that what you need is outside of you, or that you're in need at all. So if you're having a hard time getting success, it's because you don't know how to position yourself in the game of hard to get. You're desperate. You'll get the first thing that comes along. And you will not have developed taste and an acquisition for the flow of life, which wants something better than that, which wants something more playful. Trust me, you don't want anything that doesn't want you back. You will not be able to sustain it. My name is Ryan. Hope you enjoyed these insights. If you have, please check out my blog, and thank you for watching.